Hello there, Danger Noodle here, and in today's video I figured I'd shake things up a little. Before, I have tried the 2016 election, I've tried random, and overall it seems like it's pretty consistent in my gameplay. Rather, this episode I am going to have Jeb Bush versus Jeb Bush. We will see which Jeb Bush is the better Bush. Hopefully that will be entertaining. Understanding that, and understanding we have the same bonuses and penalties, my strategy is going to be one into Illinois, and I'm gonna then put 2 into California next rounds, then take Illinois with that as well. Looks like he's going into big conservative, and I'm going into Illinois. He is going into Mississippi, so I'm gonna assume yes. Virginia as well, he is going for the deep south. So that should keep him occupied while we go and try and get our export driven. So we now have 450, so we can throw 2 into California and 1 into Illinois, and next round we will have these 2 states perfectly safe, and then we can go into the Rust Belt. 75 electors to 36. He has gained big conservative, so that is going to be an issue. However, we will have California and Illinois safely in our hands as of round 3. Now that we have those states safe, we can then go into Texas for those 38 electors, or push into Florida, and that'll give us the African American and Latino rather than just the Latino. This is slightly more risky, but might pay off. So I'm going to put 1 into Ohio, and next round I'm just going to put 2 into Texas. Now I can put 2 here and 1 back into Ohio, and we will have the same strategy of these 2 states. This will hopefully give us a large amount of electors really early on. However, it will be an extremely expensive early game. 1 in Texas and 1 in Ohio. Then we can go for the Rust Belt and Washington. We have gained the Latino vote and oil and gas and agriculture and the manufacturing base and export driven. So this move was extremely beneficial. We have gained a substantial amount of money this early into the game, which normally you shouldn't have, so this will probably be mind-blowing. With that kind of money, I am going to mess around and put 1 into these states so that I can compete with them in the future, or just take 1 at a time and sort of throw off the strategy that the other Jeb Bush has. Now we can spread into Latino, which means I'm going to put 2 into Florida, and then we're also going to want to take New York. Figure this game I'll go heavy into the really expensive states first, and I'm going to put 2 into North Carolina right away, and the rest I am just going to throw into these extra states. And that gives us 18k left. Let's see, we can throw 1 into Colorado, and that can get us closer to swing states. 194 electors. Now what we can do is lock these up to ensure their safety and go for the states one by one. So let's see what groups that we can go for. So we have Latino, we don't have African American. This will get us closer to swing states, so I will just go and take Arizona right away. Oil and gas, I'm going to get these up to the 3 and then continue on with all of them. With this extra money, I can throw that into Louisiana. We have just enough to spare for Kentucky and Indiana. That'll give us 19 extra electors. Alright, we have gained 38 electors and swing states, which gives us an additional 100,000. Let's lock up these states that we went for, and let's see what other that we can benefit from. Export driven, looks like Michigan is being competitive, so I'm going to throw 1 into there just for now. I'm going to throw 1 into Pennsylvania as well, and Latino-wise, New York, just to try to get those 29 extra electors. We now have 305 electors on turn 9 to 89. We want to get as many states to sway over to us as possible. We gained 54 electors and gained the African and high-tech and deep south. Looks like we have all of the different funds except for town and gown. Because of that, I'm going to lock up New York and push into the Midwest. And with the oil states, I'm just gonna ensure South Dakota's safety. As I said before, just 1 into each of these to ensure I can throw in the events of competition. Alright, we now have 400 electors. It is slightly harder to see the difference between the 2 states. However, luckily, my mistake of not seeing Michigan last round, he only went up to just 1 under. We can safely take that state, and while he's preoccupied with that, take some of his other states. We have safely taken Alabama. That brings us another 9 electors. District of Columbia is now in our favor, and we've taken 31. This gave us town and gowns, so we now have every single state group. I'm going to lock up South Carolina and push into Mississippi. That gives us no more funds. We've gained an additional 27 electors. Now the states are slowly disappearing. 479 to 59 electors. So it looks like we do have ballots next turn. We have taken Arkansas, which gave us 6 electors. We put 1 into Hawaii. We've tied Idaho. He put 1 into Illinois. Kansas Kansas, Kentucky. I've taken Massachusetts, which gives me 11 electors. Maine is tied, which means I hold on to it. Montana is now tied in his favor. I am ensured the safety in North Carolina. Nevada is now in my favor with its 6 electors. Ohio is now challenged. Oregon is now even. I have successfully taken Rhode Island, which gives me 4 additional electors. Tennessee, which gives me an additional 11 electors. Vermont, which gives me an additional 3. Washington was tied. I have successfully held on to Wyoming. There we go. 520 electors to 18. Has the presidency been decided? Alright, 18 to 520. And there we go. I succeeded absolutely everywhere except for the Pacific Northwest and Hawaii, which I mostly forgot about, but beyond that, it's pretty much a complete success. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.